Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime Forecast. My name is Bryce,
Chris.
Ross.
Alex.
and we got a special episode for you today. We're gonna get through some things, and then we're going to discuss and do a bracket for the greatest movie of all time, where we vote on a movie bracket, to determine what is the greatest movie of all time. And before
based on the selections that we made,
that we could remember and come up with at the time.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and just before anybody says anything, of course, this is based off our opinions. We respect each other's opinions mostly.
Exactly.
We'll discuss more about it when we get to it.
Like, if you actually tried to quantify the greatest film in the world, they'd be like, "Well, there's no way you could know that."
Well, if there's no way it's not Citizen Kane. And I'll have you know, Citizen Kane, M, Shawshank Redemption, not on the list. So
I thought about
tune out now. You could tune about Shawshank.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins
Shawshank
has better
is
movies
good.
than that dude. Blue Streak.
Oh God. Okay, so to kick things off, 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs were apparently going to do an Instagram live battle yesterday, since we're recording on Friday, and this would have been let me see if they actually did it, because I didn't watch it live. And apparently they were going to do a beat battle. So did anybody check that out?
No. That would have been
might have been
extremely
song.
one-sided for me, because it's like I grew up with 3-6 and I heard a couple Bone Thug songs here and there when I was growing up, but where I grew up, it was just 3-6, 3-6, 3-6. So, I mean, I would have been biased coming into the thing. So I'm like, I'll skip that one.
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose. See, being from the Midwest, we get to be the middle. We get to be in the middle. We get to decide. We don't have any roots here, except for when it comes to, Midwestern rappers, and there's not many of those that I personally appreciate.
Right.
So it's not like the Midwest is a huge deal. We do have Eminem, though.
Yeah.
I
mean, and a few others in their own respects, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's not really, I mean, I don't think you guys really have the camaraderie like the South does, or like East Coast rappers do, or like West Coast rappers, where they kind of rep together. It's like, if you're from the Midwest, you got to have your own style. You got to be unique. It's like a different set of standards that you have to be a rapper from the Midwest.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It's like, well, everybody tries to be unique, but eventually where you come from is like bleeds into your music.
Right.
Yep.
Like New York rap, West Coast, South, like you can hear it all.
Yeah.
Except for Nelly. Nelly didn't make a lot of sense. I guess he was Southern more, because he had more country sound and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's pretty unique. Yeah.
But I mean, Kansas City is like technically Midwest, so it's like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading this article quick to see what happened. Apparently, they said it's not an actual versus. It's not a battle. It's a celebration between homies of over 50 years combined dropping slap. DJ Paul said. So that I guess. I wish I would have watched it. I didn't watch it, but I guess it's just them playing hits with each other, which is okay. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish it was a battle, but what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Eminem confronts home intruder as they slipped past his security team, and the suspect has been arrested. Did anybody hear about this?
Hell no.
Sounds crazy.
Right?
It does. And apparently his security guards didn't catch him, like sneaking in, of course. Like they were on the front of the property apparently, and he snuck in through the back.
Mhm.
Mm.
of his compound, whatever the hell they have. And apparently the motive, if this is anything to go by, is he just wanted a face-to-face with M.
I
And
want him to listen to his fucking mixtape and put him up, dude.
yeah, maybe.
During
Possibly.
the wow.
It was a 26-year-old guy, and he used a paving stone to smash. This is according to TMZ, so take that with a grain of salt. Grain of salt, not Zalt. He used a paving stone to smash a kitchen window and climbed inside the house. And they were told the alarm went off, and it woke Eminem. M got up and found the intruder in his living room, and the intruder was detained, and the guards came and grabbed the guy. Police were called, and he was taken into custody. So he got 2 felony charges, and he wasn't attempting to steal anything, allegedly, that he just wanted to have a face-to-face with M. And yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I guess here, let me see if I can post a mugshot.
He accused Eminem of stealing his lyrics out of his brain or some shit.
Oh God, he dime bagged him.
Oh
Just don't-
yeah. Yep. How is that exactly the face that I imagine?
Pretty freaking much. Holy crap. God dang, they have to have the middle name too, so he's like a serial killer or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. I honestly do not know if Eminem will ever talk about this incident, but I kind of hope he does, to share what happened. Like,
Yeah,
He's gonna
for
make
sure.
a song about it.
yeah, like, oh, I'd be like, oh yeah, I found him in my living room. I beat the shit out of him.
He
like-
doesn't look. His face doesn't look that damaged, but
No,
Like-
it doesn't. Like, who knows if the security guards even roughed him up?
all that
He-
I'm saying is like if M is pretty fit and he just hit him with one of those one timers and laid him out, like you wouldn't look bruised up, but you'd get knocked out.
Yeah, it's a possibility. There looks like there might have been something on his right eyebrow, but that could just be the lighting of the photo. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't look beat up or anything in this mugshot.
Does he look
Yeah.
beat off? That's the question.
No, oh my god. he just ran into his house screaming, "Why are you done with Machine Gun Kelly?"
You hear
You need-
Machine Gun Kelly is making pop punk songs now?
Yep, I heard about that. I heard
I'm
that.
like, is that what happened when you lose a battle to Eminem? Like, is that what happens?
Yeah, you have to change fucking genres, dude. You can't stay.
I don't know that one.
Yes,
the
Dave.
one song he had that was like a punk rocky like rap type thing. Like I heard it was really popular.
Mm,
I don't remember what it's
Oh my
called
God.
whatever works, I guess.
Is
though.
he
Yeah,
like a one-man Hollywood undead?
I don't even know who he had with him. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably fucking Travis Barkey or something on the drums.
Fucking Travis Barker is a legend, but they be sullying his name.
How come?
I don't know. Travis,
We don't
I
need to
mean-
get into that.
Yeah. We'll talk about
Okay.
that some other time.
I don't know. I never thought Blink 182 was even any good. So
What? Did you think
They're one of my
Boxcar
least
Racer
favorite
was good?
bands.
What?
Yeah. Dude,
Those
I
were
don't
like
know. I fucking hate
quintessential-
Blink 182.
Those were like the quintessential middle school songs for me. Like Blink 182 was my shit.
oh, I'm so sorry.
It was for a lot of people our age.
For sure. Like just that like absolute like, oh man,
Sorry,
I don't even know what rock music is in depth yet, but this sounds kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my work's calling me. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, you had to shut that shit down.
I just
Yeah.
silenced it.
Feel free to come in tomorrow. Nope. Fuck off.
Right?
I worked God, what did I do? I worked like 10 hours and 20 minutes, I think, today. Just a
Wow.
very bad day. Very bad day. Okay. Did you guys hear about Young Thug at all?
No, what's up
That-
with Young Thug?
Apparently, he said that he almost died after suffering from kidney and liver failure.
Could that
You can hear my
possibly
typing.
have been side effects from something else?
That's what I was wondering.
I'm just gonna ask the question.
I'm reading the article right now to see if he says like what the issue actually was, but apparently he was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. He said, and I quote in a GQ article, I kind of just stayed in bed and I was like, yo, call the ambulance, I can't move my body.
Wow.
So let's see. He was in the hospital for 17 days. So it doesn't say apparently.
So it wasn't the COVID.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it could have been any number of things like
Yeah.
drugs, alcohol. It could have just been him, just his genes or something. Like,
yeah,
who knows?
genetics could be.
Genetics, yeah. So we had Drake dropped a fresh album.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he did. It's called Dark Lane Demo Tapes.
That sounds so dumb.
What? Why? Why is that dumb?
Because I don't want to hear Drake during quarantine.
Dude, you didn't hear the Tootsie slide or whatever?
I
The
watch
Tootsie
videos.
slide?
I watch videos with it in it because it had Tiger King in the video and it was hilarious. But I'm like, this is trash.
Okay, so apparently, let's see. What does he got? His features. I'll name a couple features. He has Giveon, Chris Brown, Future,
They're gonna have some hits.
Playboy Cardi. Yeah, oh, I get it. Fivio Foreign and Sosa Geek. Don't know who those people are. And those are the features. The rest is just like probably mad production. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Drake makes fire. Like,
Not my cup of tea.
not all the time. Like, I mean, I believe I've argued this before. I think his first breakout mixtape, So Far Gone, was his best work, and it's been like an entire career on trying to top that body of work, and he has not been able to do it in my eyes.
Well, yeah,
Well, dude.
because the best song was a fucking Kanye West song.
Mm-hmm.
well, not anymore. Drake is like fire in the sense that he puts out like just hits. Like he's a hit maker. Like he's Hitman 47, dude.
You throw enough shit at the wall, something's gonna stick. I mean, he had like a 30 fucking song album, like what, Scorpion or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
one or two of those got to actually be decent out of 30 songs, or you fucking suck.
Yeah,
That's
And
true.
and then it's like I get that you can come out with hits, but like I like a body of work. Like, oh shit, there's a couple of radio playable hits, but like to be able to sit down and listen to an entire album start to finish has like outside of So Far Gone has not been a thing for Drake for me personally.
I mean, but you're acting like you don't like those hits.
No, I'm
You
not
like
saying
those hits.
yeah, I'm not dismissing those hits. I'm not even saying that I don't listen to them or I wouldn't listen to them. I'm just saying like yes, he has hits, but he doesn't have a complete body of work that's like, yo, I will play this entire CD is what I'm saying.
Right. I'm not saying Drake is number one. I'm not
sure.
saying Drake is top dog. But Drake makes a ton of money and he makes a lot of hits.
Yeah, I could
Like,
give that to him.
That's what he exists for right now. Like his first mixtape was hip hop.
Mhm.
Now he makes like, what song could I make with a Rihanna hook?
Yeah,
Essentially,
for
like
sure.
what song could I make a slow hook to? Like it's all radio hits for him.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, he comes in like the Meek Mill beef. Like he came in and he did work. Whether he wrote that work or not, like who fucking knows at this point if Drake's even writing his own shit.
Yeah.
But he came in with back to back and shit, and it was awesome. It was fire. And then like, of course, you know, he died when Pusha T came in. He's like story of Daddy Don. He's like Dunzos.
Fucking murked
But
it.
yeah, I don't know. I think Drake has proven himself to be respected, I guess, in hip hop. Well, that's my take on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I haven't listened to it, of course. I've just been so fucking busy with work. There's not much gaming news. Did anybody hear anything for gaming? Because I have nothing that I paid attention to or cared about, because we don't have a lot of new releases due to the virus, the COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anybody hear anything?
Mm-mm.
About what?
I know last week I attacked Animal Crossing pretty hard,
Oh yeah.
and I want to take back some of that, because I did forget that it does have multiplayer, which is a nice aspect to have to show people off your island and stuff. I will say it is still overrated, but I was too harsh on it. It's not a bad game. That's not my point I wanted to get across. I just wanted to talk about how I thought it was overhyped.
Mhm.
No one called me out on it because no one listens to us, but just preemptively, I'm responding to our audience that we have,
Mhm.
which is your wife, and it's just the one.
Right.
Okay. So nothing for gaming? No one's heard anything?
I think all I heard was that I think that Microsoft's gonna have a thing where they show some of their games for like the Series X. I think in the beginning of May sometime.
Okay.
I think that's all I saw.
I'm still waiting for that Sega announcement that they accidentally leaked too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That'd be fucking cool. They're like, "Oh, we're bringing you know what? I want to think I think we speculate a little bit on what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure they're just bringing Phantasy Star Online to the Xbox as well.
They very well could be.
And it's already on the PS4, so I don't see how that's... Well, never mind. It's already on the PS4, so I don't see how that's a really big deal.
Yeah.
But I guess it could be for some because, you know, Phantasy Star Online was on the original Xbox and people played that. So who knows? We'll see. So I just wanted to bring up quick before we get into our greatest movie of all time. The Last Dance documentary surpassed Tiger King as most popular documentary series of 2020. I still haven't seen Tiger King. The Last Dance is the Michael Jordan documentary. I would not have expected that to be so successful, but Michael Jordan is a huge fucking deal, so I understand it.
Yeah, Billie Jean was fucking great.
Oh my god. Did I say Michael Jackson?
No.
No.
Oh.
The joke was
The
that
thing
when I
is-
was a really, really young kid, I always confused the two for some reason.
Me too. I did too. And I watched Michael Jordan.
That shit is funny.
Just the names, like I knew them like separately. I just couldn't, for the life of me, remember which one. Which name was which.
Yeah, because both were addressed as MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you see MJ throw that, dunk that like last night? It's like, what? What is he doing playing basketball? Shit like that.
Yeah, you should have said that a little less like a double entendre there, or whatever,
That's just funny.
I'm so confused.
Never mind.
If you had to ask, you wouldn't understand.
Oh god.
I mean,
I barely
Jackson,
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you get it.
Now you get it. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
So we decided to, because I heard that this was a thing going on in social media, people ranking and discussing what they believe is the greatest movie of all time. So this is going to be the definitive one. So everybody should adhere to this list. And I already gave the spiel how it's our opinion, so I can do
Right.
whatever I want now.
100%.
We did a list of 16 in a bracket style, random seed. So we each picked 4 movies, our top 4 movies that we thought were the top 4 movies of all time by whatever criteria we chose. And we randomize them into a bracket, and we'll probably get the bracket as the backdrop for the video on YouTube so you can see it. And I will list it right now. These are the 16 movies we have on here, and then we'll talk about the bracket. We're going to discuss each bracket, vote, and then to determine which movie moves on. So we have The Wiz, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Spirited Away, The Fifth Element, Hero, The Thing, No Country for Old Men, Event Horizon, Clerks, In Bruges, They Live, Chronicles of Riddick, Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, The Matrix, and Akira. Those are the 16 movies that we all listed. So we're going to randomize these. And what are we doing, guys, if we have a tie? Are we flipping a coin?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, looking at these brackets, there's no way we're going to have a tie or anything.
It is sad because we have since it's based off personal preference, we have a very large disparity between what some would consider quality of movie.
Oh fuck!
And
I already missed a movie that I should have had in there. Fuck.
I'm looking at these titles and I'm thinking of like 60 billion movies that I should have put before the shit that I put down. But we gotta go as right.
Luckily, I haven't been having that, which is good.
Yeah,
Nice.
I put it was very difficult, and we tried. Surprisingly, we knew a lot of what other people were going to put on their lists, so we had little to no duplicates in our top 4 list. Because I'm like, oh, Ross is definitely going to put that on his top 4. I don't need to put it on mine. I'll put something else on. So we ended up doing very good that way, and we also will be able to have a better discussion because the disparity in our list is pretty great, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad Spirited Away wasn't faced off against Akira, but we'll talk about that.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we don't know how quick this is going to be, but everybody will all get to discuss these movies. And if you haven't seen them, because there's some on this list that I have not seen, we'll get, people will be able to defend them and discuss them, and you can vote. You can abstain from voting, or you can vote for the movie that you've seen, or maybe someone might change your mind or opinion on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So first things first, let's talk about the criteria that we made.
Mm-hmm.
What is the criterion that we used to create these lists? I'll start off. I pretty much, like I said, I personally didn't go for the Citizen Kane, the Shawshank Redemption, the movie M, Psycho. I didn't go for the cinephile picks or anything. I went for what I consider to be the most rewatchable films that I could think of off the top of my head while making this list. And we did every genre. So this is going to be very difficult to put a comedy up against, a sci-fi masterpiece. This is a heavy sci-fi list. So bear in mind, maybe some point down the line, we will do a genre-based list so we can have better discussion and movies don't get absolutely crushed by other movies.
Mm-hmm.
So my criteria, I went obviously biased, my favorite movies, and what I also think are timeless movies, rewatchable movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's my criteria. I didn't go for the Oscar winning. I didn't go for necessarily the acting. I didn't go necessarily popcorn. I just went with rewatchable. Okay, so someone else can go next. What did you do?
That's ironic. That's the same thing that I did. And I'm like, what movies have I recently seen? And then could I watch them over and over again just off of one watch, two watches? Then I was like, wait a second. It's not going to be recently seen. Let's think of way back movies that have a lot of watchability. And I kind of picked a few of them because it's like, obviously I'm a family guy, so family setting is really strong. Also music, like the movies that have like the best music that go along with it, the most iconic songs that go along with it really hit it home. So I went on watchability and what type of music they had going with it.
Okay. Ross, go ahead. What did you base your criteria on? What was your criteria?
To be fair, I guess like just what's good. That's it.
Mhm.
I know that sounds awful, but
Right on. What's good? What you thought was good? Like, or did you go for
I don't know.
subjective, objective?
I don't know. I think a lot of the movies I chose, like, even if they didn't start out being liked by everybody, like they're like pretty universally either like a cult classic or like had critical acclaim.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know.
Okay, I can get by that. So Alex, what was your criteria that you used?
I pretty much just chose movies by the two greatest directors of all time. I mean, John Carpenter, the greatest of all time, right?
I noticed you did go director based.
Carpenter and Smith, man.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, my God. Okay, hey guys, it's not funny.
Hey, well,
Okay.
I almost went Wiseau, but I forgot. So calm down.
Okay, do you want to change it? Do you want to put the room in there?
Maybe next time.
Okay.
Well, we have to do like a best worst movie list.
Oh, man. So before we get into this, I have one that would probably go into the worst movies of all time that I sat down and knowingly knew it was terrible and watched it anyway. It's called
Spirit.
it's called The Assignment. And it's on Netflix. And it's about a contract killer that gets a sex change against his will and it has to get revenge on the people now that he changed into a woman.
Wow, so they took his penis, he took their lives. Holy
that is basically the whole movie. And then like it was super weird.
I am seeing Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes, it was Michelle. So they put a shitty beard on her and like
Oh
it was
God.
bad. It was bad.
Hold on. Let me copy this photo.
So bad. It was so bad.
I'm putting the photo into Discord.
Do y'all see this shit?
I'm sorry, but that looks like it could be the main character in a video game.
Like,
Yep.
You're just like, what?
just like, what's
get
crazy
ya.
is this picture. Like, this picture doesn't make the beard look patchy. Like the face on shots, you're like, wow, that's just Rodriguez in a really shitty beard. Like, it was no. This is clearly an edited photo. Like, in the movie, that shit did not look like that.
What are you saying? It looked good in this picture?
I'm saying this picture looks way like more convincing than the movie does.
Okay. Okay. But you haven't seen this still image from the movie that I'm posting in Discord. Okay, okay, first off, we're not discussing the assignment. This isn't in our list.
I should have.
But
put
I
it
am
on there to
posting
troll
this
it.
terrible movie, still images of this movie. This looks awful.
I mean, that could be Johnny Depp,
is.
man. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, that's a better representation of what that fucking movie looked like. It was terrible.
What was it rated? Did they show anything?
Yes. So
Okay.
you got to see
And everybody knows what I'm talking about. We're all
yes.
adults here.
It's full frontal both ways. You get to see her full frontal both ways.
Okay. I mean, well, I'm seeing it now.
You're
No, I'm
looking-
kidding. That's okay. Okay, that's you blew my mind. Let's get back. Let's get back to the
Back
list.
on track, guys.
Back on
Yeah,
track.
back to the bracket. We'll do
Okay.
the worst movie next.
Our bracket. The first fight that we had, the first versus, is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy versus Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
So Jurassic Park was on my list.
We all know.
Okay, what are you going to troll right now? What are you going for?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay, because that's on your list. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's discuss this.
Mhm.
Jurassic Park is timeless to me. I guess I should say to me. It's all opinion based.
Right.
But the practical effects still hold up today. It is definitely a movie of its time, but the acting and the practical effects still hold up. We got Steven Spielberg direction here. So Spielberg is one of the greatest directors of all time.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure all of us have seen Jurassic Park. Most of our listeners have seen Jurassic Park. And it is a very unique story, I want to say. It's based off the Michael Crichton book. And it's a classic story that has been told before of man plays God. You know, you got your Frankenstein's monsters, shit like that, where, you know, bringing something back that should have been dead and it ends up biting you in the ass. That's what this movie is. This is Jurassic Park. It is John Hammond brings back dinosaurs for an amusement park. He brings people to visit, and everybody knows the plot to Jurassic Park. It goes south.
Yep.
The dinosaurs escape, and people die. And the great thing about it is kind of the way they handled it, because it's pretty gruesome without being gruesome. Like, it's not very gory, but you would consider Jurassic Park like a kid's movie almost. And it's not very kiddie. Like, let's see what it's rated.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature. So it's a PG-13 movie, and for those of you who don't know, PG-13 movies in the 90s were essentially rated R. I mean, okay, so I gave a little bit of my taste. What do you got for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? What do you think? Oh, I guess I should explain. I did not like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It has Mos Def and Martin Freeman in it. It has Snape that plays the sad robot that I can't remember the damn actor's name.
Alan
Fucking
Rickman,
Alan
you
Alan Rickman,
uncultured
yeah.
swine.
Yeah, Alan
Well,
Rickman.
The only issue with it is it's not the cast, it's just the source material is fucking dog shit, dude.
Oh,
Whoa. Let's give Chris a chance. The score for Jurassic Park.
that is kind of funny that it was two movies based off of books against each other.
A lot of movies will
Yeah.
be based off of some sort of source material,
Well, yeah, but like
probably on this list.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few other ones.
But it's like, I haven't read the book yet, sadly, for Jurassic Park, but from what I've garnered throughout the years is that it's a very good adaptation of the books, but it is different.
Oh, I forgot to
Um,
put Congo on the list.
I know Congo was difficult, but I had to go with, I was thinking Congo too, but I had to put Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, the score, the music in that movie is also phenomenal. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows the theme. You know, just basic shit like that. And it's dinosaurs. Okay, go ahead, Chris. What do you got?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You got Mos Def in the movie, which is very dope. You also have the movie itself is thought provoking. Like you have things like the Babelfish. You have things like, you know, it kind of pokes fun at, you know, our society as Earthlings or whatever country you're in. It pokes fun at bureaucrats. It pokes fun at, like, it's a very cheeky movie is what I'm saying. And it's watchability. Like I can rewatch this movie every single day and it doesn't get old. There's, you know, parts in there that kind of are imaginative and have you thinking, wow, if that was real, what would that look like? And you realize how to connect a very out there sci-fi movie on another planet to everyday life on Earth right now as we know it. You know, they go into a planet on one part that every time you have an idea or you try to be creative, you get slapped in your face by some random shit. And it's like, in life, that does show us, you know, there's a lot of people and processes out there that stifle creativity in the name of bureaucracy and shit like that. So it's like, I fuck with this movie because it's imaginative and it takes very foreign and out of this worldly concepts and gets you to think about how that relates to how you're living right then and there.
Do you remember the author of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I can look that up here.
I'm trying to remember his name.
You know what we should have had on there?
Douglas Adams.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just from what I remember, because now I got to tear down Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There was. It's a very quirky movie, but it doesn't ask. To me, it didn't get me to ask many questions, I guess, of sci-fi. I guess I shouldn't tear down the movie. That's your movie, but
no, I mean, you give it an honest shot. What are you gonna say?
I hated it. I mean, I didn't like the dry humor because the whole film was very English with Mos Def in it, and Mos Def is not an appealing actor to me, even though he is like one of my favorite rappers. He's just not an appealing actor. It did have Martin Freeman, which was cool. It had Alan Rickman, which was cool. It was just like, it reminds me of Neil Gaiman, whatever his name is, Good Omens, with Terry Pratchett or whatever. It is just like, it's quirky, I guess, is a way to describe it. Like it's flimsy and quirky. Like the characters are not normal characters. It's Martin Freeman thrown into a world of quirky characters, essentially, that do weird things, and there's just like weird shit in the movie, like
Right.
oh, you
but
don't
when-
go anywhere without a towel. Towel is the most universal item. It is the best tool
right.
of any spacefaring race, and it's like,
So
okay,
what you
that's
gotta-
fucking dumb.
So what you got to
To bring
think,
a
right?
towel.
What
Yeah.
you have to think with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is, let's say we're relating it to right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, holy shit, a towel is something stupid that, you know, you wouldn't really need. But you're looking at this. Here we are with COVID-19, the coronavirus. The first thing people do is buy up toilet paper. That shit doesn't make sense, just like the towel doesn't make sense. And that just makes it that much more real. It's like, wow. We see, you know, times changing, and you have the Vogons in the movie, which essentially are politicians that they have to have bureaucracy before they'd even save their own grandmother. They have to have these orders signed in triplicate, mailed back, lost, buried. Like, it relates to stuff that's going on right now. And it's like, it's sci-fi, but it's not.
Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
To me, it's kind of like if they took like Doctor Who and made it into a reflection of modern society.
I think that's fair.
But I don't like Doctor Who.
Well, that's fine. That's fair. But I'm just saying that's a fair representation. Yes.
it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy it's sci-fi comedy that's dry British humor and not that Tim Allen movie,
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest, which is when I think of sci-fi humor, that is I just okay, like that's all I gotta say. It's just sci-fi comedy, but it happens to have dry British humor, which I'm not a fan of. But
Well, I mean, that makes sense because, like, that's why Rick and I were vibing out and like, oh, the Mighty Boosh, the Mighty Boosh. It's just like, it either appeals to you or it doesn't. And that, I
Rick
mean,
showed me Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's how I saw it. Was Rick.
yep, then that makes sense.
And
That
Rick
makes
and
perfect
Rick didn't
sense.
help it because Rick talked about it and thought it was good.
Rick is right. Rick is correct. Like,
Well, Rick is fucking weird.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
Jesus,
like
here
he's-
we go.
like, that's why me and Rick vibe when we're around each other and shit. Because that it is weird. It's weird. It's for weird people. It's not cookie cutter. It's weird.
Okay.
That's okay. That's true. But
So I don't think we could
Being
take this long
weird.
on each movie.
Well, not bad.
okay,
Fuck you guys.
okay. But Jurassic Park, just the animatronics. It's a timeless movie.
Yeah,
It's hard to describe these movies and it's hard to argue these. But are you guys ready to vote?
Sure.
Okay, so I don't want to say it all out loud or anything for our votes.
Why wouldn't we?
I don't want anybody to change their votes, or I don't like if we
I'm not
say
going to
'em.
change my vote. Why would I do that?
Okay,
It's
so type 1 for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or type 2 for Jurassic Park in the chat.
Now you're just making everybody like paranoid.
Okay, see that is a bad way of doing it because everybody's seeing their damn numbers. Like,
Exactly.
are you gonna hit enter on your fucking keyboard, Ross?
Well,
Don't vote 1 because I said that.
I might have to delete it. I have to switch it. Now I'm gonna go 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so the first one, Jurassic Park is the winner, 3-1, and that is moving on to the next bracket. So this one's going to be very fucking difficult. We have Terminator 2 versus Event Horizon. So Terminator 2 was another one on my list. I'll go first again. Terminator 2, classic sci-fi movie, huge hit, great acting for what would seem is a campy sci-fi flick, but actually provides good science fiction, some thought-provoking questions, and it's also very classic Arnold Schwarzenegger. Lots of one-liners still used to this day. And it's, it's branched plenty of sequels. And it spawned a very interesting world that's not very much explored, except for the very basicness of it.
Just a bunch of timelines.
But yes, essentially it's like, oh, let's reboot it. But Terminator 2, to me, is the quintessential sci-fi action movie. Like your popcorn sci-fi action movie. I'm going Terminator 2.
I don't know, man. Aliens should have been on here.
Aliens. Yep, Aliens was.
It was on my list,
too.
but it was further down.
It's got Edward Furlong in it.
Well, let's not forget about The Liquidator and the 90s and and what that accomplished.
Yeah.
Like the technical effects in that movie for how old it is, it was incredible during that time. Everybody talked about it. Just like Jurassic Park, how it's timeless, it's rewatchable, it's not a product of its time. Terminator 2 is the exact same thing. It is a sci-fi movie where it doesn't feel old. Relatively, of course it is, but to me, it does not feel old. It still holds up to this day with its practical effects and its CGI, including the Liquidator.
How's Edward Furlong holding up, though?
Geez.
Did a lot of drugs. Yeah, and his CGI self was killed in the latest.
Spoilers.
Okay, so who had Event Horizon on their list?
That was me.
That was you. Here's
talk
what I'm gonna say.
Event
Horizon.
Okay, so Sam Neill's in this movie. He was in Jurassic Park. Obviously, it should go through because of that reason alone. But but Event Horizon is the quintessential sci-fi movie. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
I was just saying that because Bryce said that about Terminator, but
I said sci-fi action.
Okay,
I added one.
Okay, so
sci-fi horror you want to go for?
Yes, it is pretty much the top of sci-fi horror, unless like I don't even know what you'd say, what like Pandorum or some weird.
No, dude, we have the other one on the list from your list.
Oh, I guess. Well, yeah,
Carpenter.
I meant like in space. I guess is what I meant.
The Thing from Space.
Yeah, calm down.
Space.
But it's on Earth, is what I mean. It's different.
Yeah.
But pretty much, I don't even know what to say.
It's very difficult discussing these movies, especially if you haven't seen them in a long time. But I very much enjoy Event Horizon as well as a sci-fi horror, which I didn't put it on my list because I knew you would. But then it's
got like the psychological aspect too.
Exactly, and I put The Thing. Like if I had to choose sci-fi horror, I would choose The Thing, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Terminator 2 over Event Horizon, and I like Event Horizon. I think it's really good, but the rewatchability of Terminator 2, though.
I don't know. I think I've only seen it like 3 times ever, so.
I've only seen Event Horizon 3 times ever, probably.
Oh, I've seen it like probably 30 times.
Holy shit!
Exactly. You don't need eyes where you're going.
If anybody has seen any of these movies and wants to chime in, we feel free. We don't have to just who put it on the list has to talk about it.
Has Chris even seen Event Horizon?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay.
You just got to think though, dude. Is the spaceship like alive now? Like, or is it just like haunted by some kind of evil fuck dimension? Or is it all in their heads? Like, what's the? Did they go through the warp without the fucking Geller fields turned on, and now they got to deal with all this demonic fuckery? Like,
Oh God, Warhammer 40K. So for those of you, Event Horizon is a movie about where there is a spaceship that reappears after a long time that was testing essentially like faster than light travel or wormholes
It was
as a
like
form of
wormhole
space
travel, yeah.
travel. Yeah. So they go and investigate it, and the crew is gone, and it goes south like a lot of movies, and it's them going through it. To me, it has a very mad scientist-y sort of vibe to it. Like, um, uh, spoiler alert, I guess, for some of these movies, because we're going to be discussing them. You kind of see where it's going, but it has that mad scientist-y feel that's cliche in the sense that Sam Neill, the idea was his, and he still wants to see the fruits of his labor, even though it is negative. So,
see?
so he is the antagonist of the film, I would say. Other than the backdrop of the film, he kind of exacerbates it or neglects the backdrop of the film, which I would say is the horror part. I don't want to give too much away, but
Well, he embraces the chaos.
essentially, yes. Like, I brought this about. This was my idea. Let's see how far it will go, and it just goes from there. And it's horror. Think of. I'm trying to think of something to compare it to. There's not much to compare it to. Like, think of a horror film that's on par with Cube or Cube Zero. It kind of has that vibe. Think of Pandorum, but on a smaller scale. It's not as grand that Pandorum goes, but it's close. Think of Sunshine, but with more horror.
Yes,
gorier.
that's actually a really a decent, I guess,
comparison.
Yeah.
With Sunshine. And for those of you who've seen Sunshine, which is pretty much like the newer version of an Event Horizon film, if you've seen Sunshine, you probably like Sunshine.
It's like if you cut out the gore, I guess.
If you essentially cut out the gore, it is a classic. It is a classic cliche film, though, in the sense that it has, let's check out this spaceship, bad shit happens on spaceship. That's like a shit ton of films, like bad shit happening on a spaceship. Ton of films do that. This is unique, but I'm saying, but Terminator 2 isn't exactly unique in itself either.
I was gonna say there's a lot of them on Netflix, like 30 copies of it now.
But yeah, but this was, think of what else can you compare the original Terminator 2. This is like the time travel movie. Was the original Terminator, and this is a sequel that went above and beyond with a nice little twist. And
I was gonna say
incredible.
I was gonna say the whole robots. They had the Westworld movie in the 70s, I think, but that didn't have time travel or anything.
Yeah, I'm essentially talking about how unique Terminator was in the sense that it pretty much started the time travel trope shit, like for sci-fi,
and then
that went kind of deep into it. Yeah, there's other stuff. I'm sure there's a Twilight Zone episode with a time traveler or something like that.
Damn right,
there's tons of it. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the first one to come up with time travel, but it is the first one to do it correctly.
I think it's vote time.
Yep.
Okay, we should put a timer on these.
Yes.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say about these films?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead. Hit Smoochy Boochie. So go ahead and put 1 for Terminator 2 or 2 for Event Horizon? Chris, you got to go faster.
Bruh, I gotta like get back. I'm on my phone, bro.
Yeah, he's.
Got to pull up the keyboard.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we have our first tie,
The coin flip begins.
2 for 2. I don't have a coin.
I don't have a coin.
Let's see here. Let's do.
I can step out and get a coin if we need.
No, I'm just doing a dice generator.
Ah,
We're gonna roll. Yeah,
How do
we're
we
gonna
know?
roll.
How do we know you're telling the truth?
How are we gonna know whoever's flipping the coin is telling the truth?
that's true.
I'm gonna
That's just
roll
funny.
1 virtual dice. Evens is going to be Terminator 2. Odds is going to be Event Horizon.
That doesn't make sense. How about the other way makes sense? Because if 1 is Terminator 2, that would be an odd number.
What? It's a dice. Talking about die. I'm rolling a die.
Okay, we'll just do it that way.
Evens. What did I say? Evens is Terminator 2. Odds is Event Horizon. I'm rolling the dice. 2. I got a 2. Evens is Terminator 2. And
Recount.
no one's
Recount.
No, see, no one's going to believe the outcome.
That's fine. I don't care.
Okay, so we're going to do here. I'll hold on. Let me print screen.
Oh God.
Let me paste. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Okay, hold on. Copy. Wait, how do I copy? God dang it. Okay, I gotta save it first. I'm gonna name it die. Okay, hold on. Pulling it up. I couldn't fake this quick enough.
He's just rolling the dice.
Okay, there. I rolled 1 die, and that's what it showed up at. I did that as quick as possible, so you know I couldn't fake it because I don't know how.
Cool. Next movie.
Next movie. Okay, we could get through these a little bit faster if Ross just lets it happen.
I have been letting it happen.
Okay,
He's like, fuck you, buddy.
how long have we been filming for? Then okay,
Probably like an hour.
we can do a 2-parter too.
Yeah, we'll
We could do the
a
first.
two-parter.
We could do the first 4 pod, and then the next 4 pod for the next episode next week.
for sure.
But let's see how long we can go. Spirited Away versus The Matrix.
Come on.
Yes, this is very fucking difficult in my opinion.
Oh, I already know the answer to this one.
I'm backing Matrix. It is again sci-fi. This is the so quintessential. I'm going to say that a lot. This is the quintessential thought-provoking sci-fi film is The Matrix.
Yep.
Technical aspects of The Matrix during its time was also pretty fucking great. 360 bullet time itself, the pop references that came from it, Conker's
Right.
Bad Fur Day, like Matrix was insane. It was huge.
All
It
right.
was the
So
new sci-fi film.
With that being said, does anyone
Franchise.
have any arguments for Spirited Away over Matrix?
That Spirited Away was yours.
So was Matrix.
Okay.
Oh,
Spirited Away is a very fantastic Miyazaki film, anime. He is the Japanese Disney. We've talked about him plenty of times before. Spirited Away is one of his best films that he has made. It is very kind of cliche, but it is also very good in a lot of different aspects, and it is also very weird.
Yeah.
It is girl goes through a fantastical journey of weird.
It's like a
essentially.
coming of age movie, right? Like,
Yes,
very bare bones.
and very weird, but visually stimulating because it
For
is
sure.
Miyazaki.
Right.
And so no one's gonna argue for Spirited Away here.
Nope.
I mean, it's got the mass appeal. The only argument you can make against the Matrix is that it just always felt like a knockoff Johnny Mnemonic. There was no hacking dolphin in it. There was nothing like it was
Yeah,
inferior in every aspect, dude.
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic is a very, very good sci-fi film, but I wouldn't say it's as thought-provoking as The Matrix is. Like
It's the better Keanu.
Keanu played Johnny Mnemonic and Neo in The Matrix, so I mean he's very good at sci-fi. But
Yep.
let's go ahead and vote because I'm pretty sure this is a clear one.
Matrix.
And we're not saying Spirited Away is bad.
Right.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm going Matrix.
I'm going
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix.
Okay, so that's a 4 spot right there. That's the first one to get all the votes. Was The Matrix versus Spirited Away. The next branch we have, maybe we can redeem an anime, is Akira or Acura if you're Japanese versus Hero or Hero if you're Japanese.
I should have went and got the actual name from like Chinese or whatever.
I said Japanese. It is Chinese. It is Jet Li. My bad. That was my racism showing through. Ross, cut that. Okay, so Akira was on my list because I didn't want to put a Miyazaki film because that was essentially low-hanging fruit for an anime. Is a Miyazaki film. It is they're mostly all of them are fucking fantastic. Miyazaki does S pluses after S pluses, but Acura, I want to bring up, is one of the most visually stunning anime to ever exist. It is a very awesome as fuck sci-fi story that I wouldn't say is necessarily original, but it is very well fucking written. The characters are well written, and Acura is the first major film that brought anime or animation as a serious art form or medium to the West, to the United States. Acura was the one that did that. The reason we have weebs in the West is because of Akira. You can thank Akira for that. It was, I believe, it even had a theatrical release here, and it did well. And if you have not seen Akira or any movie on this list, I suggest you do, because you might find a hidden gem that you didn't think of before. But Akira is considered one of the top anime of all time, and I think it deserves that slot. So that's my argument for Akira.
Okie dokie.
Score is pretty good. Not many people talk about the music, but John Williams did Jurassic Park, and he's one of the best.
I mean, you said that Akira looks good, but it's no Redline.
I don't think I've even seen Redline. So far, I've seen every movie on this list, though, which is nice. So there's a couple I haven't, though, I believe, but we'll get to those later.
Okay.
Nope,
well,
this one of them. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so Hero is probably the greatest martial arts epic ever made.
Okay.
Let me see. Well, how do I even phrase this? Okay.
I haven't seen Hero since it like first came out, so
Oh, geez.
yeah, this is Jet Li is absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah.
I will help you out, and I will let people know that this was the first Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragoon.
God damn it.
Well, let's see here. No, it's not. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was first.
Yeah, it was.
But if you want to think of in the sense that he's talking Chinese epic, Think of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where everybody can jump extremely fucking high. The choreographed fights are more of a dance.
It doesn't have like the crazy like in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon where they literally like fly and they go away kind of thing.
Mhm.
But it does have where they can jump and do stuff. It's not as crazy as Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, we're Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons. Those guys are gods. The people in Hero would be demigods.
Mhm.
And
One man versus an army kind of shit. Like,
that means that the fucking people in the Great Wall will be Super Saiyan gods then.
Mhm.
The whole thing is there's like a guy who's an emperor guy who wants to like conquer like all the other empires and like make one China. And
is his name
like
Genghis Khan?
no. but
Fucking name Genghis Khan.
but the main character, like he
Kublai Khans.
I don't even know if I want to give up like what the movie's about. It's one of them like because there's kind of like I don't know, like you're presented with one thing at first, but then it kind of there's a subplot kind of. So it's I
I
don't
dropped
even.
my mic.
Oh geez, it's
What
down,
are you
boys.
fucking doing over there?
Am I
Going
still
to
here?
Hammer Town.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, keep going. You were stumbling?
Sure. I'm just not very good at explaining things. I'm sorry.
It's a very difficult movie to describe. It's a fantastical Chinese epic is the best way to describe it. I can't remember much of it.
Like so Jet Li's character, the movie starts out, he gets invited to meet the Emperor. Okay, because he killed three of the top assassins, because people thought that they were going to try to assassinate the Emperor, so he killed them. And he's getting an audience with the Emperor, and the whole thing is him telling the story of how he met and killed these assassins. And well, I guess I mean, I don't know if I should go any further than that, but it kind of gives away the plot. I mean, well,
no,
after each like like he tells him about it and presents like the person's like weapon that he killed or whatever, the Emperor lets him get closer each time.
yeah.
And he's telling,
I remember.
So eventually, like you figure out that he developed a sword technique that he has to be so close to somebody and he can kill them. And so he has to get close enough to the Emperor to do it. So you figure out eventually that he didn't actually kill these other people, but they conspired with him to get close to the Emperor to kill him.
I do remember that now. I do like that story.
Yep. You're just like
No, I do like that story. You're reminding me because I remember the Emperor and he's telling the flashbacks and stuff, and there's the twist. Yep. So Akira,
Toriyama.
is a dude from a bike gang, has a friend goes bonkers. There's psychic kids. Bad guy ends up becoming, or his friend ends up becoming psychically powerful to the point where he like destroys Tokyo, and the army's fighting him at one point. It's visually stunning. That movie's insane. I would say it's an epic too.
This is the funny category because like Akira to me is one of the most overrated movies ever, and The Hero is like one of my top movies ever.
Right. All right. So does anybody have anything they want to say or add to either of these movies? Both are good.
Well, I'd like to say Akira definitely, influenced Kanye West to
Make
do
those
things.
easy ones.
Great things, so that was pretty dope. I really liked seeing that movie come in because I was like, kind of waffling over putting it in my list, but then I was like, I know if I don't, I know sure as shit somebody is gonna put this in their list.
I was afraid that someone might go Miyazaki over Akira, so I made sure I added it to my list because I like it. I like them both. I like Miyazaki's. I like Akira. I like a lot of anime, but Akira is I would say is one of the most influential animes of all time, especially in the West.
I bet you both these movies have really high Rotten Tomato scores.
Hey, you know what? We did not actually compare Rotten Tomato scores. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes, Hero 2004, 95 critic, 80. Wait, is this correct? 87 audience.
Probably.
That's got to be correct here. And let's do Akira. Not that this is going to sway our votes. Akira was 1988, by the way, and Akira's 90. So it's
very similar.
Very similar. Akira is 1988, by the way, and it looks like modern anime. It is so fucking good. They put so much work into that film. I can't say enough good things about Akira. His bike is really fucking cool. Someone made it in real life once using a Honda Helix scooter, but we won't talk about that. Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we vote?
I'm good.
Okay, we're going to do a vocal vote. I'm voting for Akira.
Okay, well, I'm voting for Hero.
Okay. Just spout 'em.
Akira.
Okay.
Hero.
Okay, we got a 2 for 2. Alex was bitter on that one. Okay, does anybody care which one's even or which one's odd?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Okay, we're going to do the same thing then. We're going to do evens for the top one. Evens, Akira. Odds, Hero. Hero won.
Yeah.
With a 5. Ross got the outcome he wanted, so
Retribution.
I will not need to screenshot that one. I just want to say that this is rigged and bullshit. And this is the first one I've had.
If it was Jet Li's The One, would you have swayed? Would it have swayed you a little differently?
Yes, it would have, because Jet Li's The One is a goddamn masterpiece that I forgot to put on my list.
Right? I am
Jet Li's The One.
I am nobody's bitch.
That we're talking about. See, like we talked about time travel and Terminator being like the quintessential time travel movie. The One is the quintessential multiverse movie.
Yeah.
Think about that shit. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Okay, so that's our first 4 seeds, and I want to let you know how fucking bullshit and stupid this list is.
So what's made it through here?
My 4 movies were in the first 4 seeds, and only one of them didn't make it, and it was Akira, which I'm okay with because Hero's a really good film. I just haven't seen it since 2004 when it came out.
So I went one and one, I think, based on what I'm seeing.
Let's see. I got one. I got 3 out of my. I got 3 out of my 4. We had 2 dice rolls though.
Yeah.
Which one was rigged because Alex was bitter with his vote. He's never seen Hero. He just hates overrated Asian films. So he voted no for Akira. Yep, I knew it. But yeah, we had 2 die rolls and 2 actual votes. So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. We seem to be generally on the fence, 50-50 with everything. But we're just going to do those 4 pods for this week. Next week, we will cover the next 4 pods. And then the next week after that, we'll probably have enough time to do the next 4. And then we'll do the last ones, the last battle, the week after, probably. Depending on how much time we have, how much news. We'll see.
Yeah, we gotta start working on those lists for shit videos too, because I definitely want to do that next.
We know the Spirit is going to win.
I don't know. You gotta watch The Assignment. Like, that might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
That and the movie Lucy. The movie Lucy
with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
the movie's so good.
No.
Where she's got the blue,
No.
where she's got the blueberry all up in her guts.
When she turns into a computer at the end of the movie.
Yeah, where she becomes
that's so
where she
bad.
becomes the internet itself, the
So
embodiment of
bad.
she becomes the embodiment of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so bad.
That movie's so good.
I'll have to
It's
put
like It's Ghost in the Shell on crack.
I'll probably have to put Rollerball on my list.
Fucking rollerball.
Of the greatest movies of all time. Are you talking about the 2002 hit Rollerball starring LL Cool J, Chris Klein, and what the fuck else is her name?
I'm sure most Def was
Rebecca
in it.
Romaine Stamos and Jean Reno?
I'm just fucking.
You better be fucking with me, dude.
Gotta put Godzilla 1998 on there or whatever.
Fucking
Did you mean to say Godzilla 2000?
Is that
With
the year it came out? I thought that was 98.
Was it 98?
I
Hold on,
thought
let me
it was.
Yes, you're right. With Jean Reno, Matthew Broderick, dude, and
Yep.
fucking Hank Azaria as the comic relief cameraman. I think we fucked up our movie list, and I think we should redo it.
Yeah, I didn't put any Guy Ritchie films on there, so I think I
Yeah, no Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels on here. No Revolver. We fucked up, you guys. Now that we're thinking of the real movies,
crazy.
I'm putting Rollerball on the top. I'm replacing Jurassic Park with Rollerball. Rollerball will have to fight against Terminator 2, and I know which one will win. Rollerball. Okay.
Oh fuck yeah! man.
I was surprised you didn't have Alita Battle Angel on there somewhere.
It's like both.
I mean, I'm surprised that John Wick didn't make it on there, honestly.
John Thick.
Because John Wick is probably like, it's so good.
I almost put John Carter on mine.
I'm surprised you didn't. Honestly, surprised now that you mentioned that. But we've been going for a long time. Does anybody have anything they want to add?
I do not.
All right, please like and subscribe to catch more bullshit stuff that you don't probably like.
Hey, let's do one thing here.
Don't hit the bell.
Let's all choose what a movie that we think is going to win the whole thing.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we should have did that before we fucking started.
Right.
I think that No Country for Old Men has a very good shot.
I mean, I'm going Jurassic Park for mine. And for next week, I'm fucking researching the shit out of my films.
Oh Jesus, I'm not.
I'm gonna.
It's
You neither, probably.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Fifth Element is what I'm gonna go with.
Okay, Alex, what do you think?
Out of those movies that are left,
Anything. Well, yeah. I guess out of the movies that are left, because the other ones won't make it.
I'm thinking it's something out of the bottom half of the bracket, honestly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. That's where all of yours are, just like all of mine were in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, and something in the bottom half. One of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we'll catch you next time.
See you.
Late.
So you.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.